Welcome everybody to the BFG trailer at Off-Road Expo 2011. Richard or Frank, are you guys around? Same. Richard, thank you very much for hosting this and having us here. BFG, longtime partner with Ultra 4 Racing. Thank you very much for having us back to make this announcement. I want to talk about a couple things today. I want to talk about the Ultra 4 series for next year, the whole event schedule. As also we'll talk about the specific King of the Hammers week event schedule, what that's going to look like. So a couple of new things for this year. For the whole season, let's talk about that first. We basically broke up our racing opportunities into two different series: the Pro Series and the Regional Series. This year we kept the three things in mind when we were putting the schedule together. Want to make the courses right for the drivers, so not too brutal, not tearing your car apart, good competition, great place to race. Cost to get there, that travel. There's a lot of travel back and forth across the country. We had to keep that in mind. And then the last thing, which is new for us to be a concern this year, because King of the Hammers kind of just happened as far as being a spectator draw. We want to have a good spectator draw at all the events for the drivers, for the media, for the vendors. So keeping those things in mind, our Pro Series, we have it up here on the wall. February 5th through 11th, 2012, Griffin King of the Hammers in Johnson Valley. We will maintain our partnership with Best in the Desert and step it up from Silver State to the Vegas to Reno race on August 16th through the 18th. And then close out the Pro Series at the end of September with the American Rock Sports Challenge back at Miller Motorsports Park. We went this year as a regional race. That's the pro level series. To race in the pro level series, you must start racing in King of the Hammers. So to race at Vegas to Reno, you have to race King of the Hammers. To race Miller, you have to race Vegas to Reno. Same car, same driver, all three races. No driver changes, no car changes. So now we'll find out how you can build a car to do all three of those kind of venues and see who can really pull it off. For regional perspective, this is something a little different than we announced at Reno. We announced a three region series with 3 races at each region, and the drivers came back and said it's too much. We're worried about car count, we're worried about diluting the pool. We want to make sure we've got drivers at every race, and I listened to that, tried to figure out the best way to do it, and what we did is we contracted a little bit. So we have an East Coast series and a West Coast series within a middle ground national championship, East-West combination to close out the season. So starting in June, we'll go back to our longtime partner, Roush Creek, four-wheel drive hardware, Roush Creek qualifier. Then we'll go, and in July we'll be at the Badlands Off-Road Park, Colonos Park in Indiana. The West Coast, we're going to go a new venue for us this year. Drew Garcia's Albuquerque off-road, outlaw off-road racing, and that's on May 5th, the Cinco de Baja race. I haven't been there yet. A lot of our racers have raced there. Fantastic venue. It's a combination rocks and desert, and Drew puts on a great race. We're looking forward to partnering with him there. In July, we're going to come back here. We actually have this race for the first time here in a couple weeks. But the Coral Parts Glen Helen Grand Prix, San Bernardino, right here local. That is going to be just a crazy, amazing race. It's going to be 3.5, 4 miles, lots of jumps, lots of ridge running, short course, open desert, a lot of fun. And then we'll culminate in the national championship race. It will be East-West Showdown, and scheduled in Blackwell, Texas, which is where they're racing the Baja Texas racing right now. It's actually a big game park, so you're racing around giraffes and buffalo, and it's a pretty crazy experience. So that's our season for next year. Does anybody have any questions about the series for next year and where we're going to be racing at? This is what our series races are. We also have another opportunity that just came down the pike with something we tried to get on the schedule, was our Pro Series, and it didn't work out to the end. But we're going to make it a qualifier, and that is where we have the opportunity to race at Crandon International Raceway. We're going to be there for the Father's Day race. It's going to be a standalone race. It'll be a qualifier and a big purse race, and looking forward to doing that. And we'll probably also work with Pikes Peak International as well and do the Pikes Peak Hill Climb. We had 8 cars there last year. It's all paved this year, but Ultra 4 cars can do it all. And I can tell you, racing there at Pikes Peak last year was an amazing experience. The other big announcement is that every single one of these races, excluding Crandon and Pikes Peak, every single one of these races is available for both 4400, 4500, and 4600, which are stock and stock mod classes. So lots of racing, lots of cars. We got some guys that drove from Texas in the stock mod class just to come for the drawing today, and I know they're happy to hear that. So lots of opportunity to race, and we're looking forward to seeing you out there.